everyone. Myself, Yashwant, convener, institution
ಯಶವಂತ್ ಸರ್
Yashwant?
ಯಶವಂತ್ ಸರ್ if I may recording ಹಾಕಿದ್ರ
Yes, sir, the recording started.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sure. Thank you, sir. So, good afternoon and a warm welcome to all of you. Today we are here to discuss the progress of Institution Innovation Council, ATME College of Engineering, the activities that has been conducted over the quarter 1 and quarter 2, and also going to look into the different activities that are going to be conducted in quarter 3 and quarter 4 as well. So to give the detailed information about what the activities that has been conducted by ATMECE through Institution Innovation Council, now I request the President, Institution Innovation Council, Dr. Ratnakar Ji, sir, to brief the session regarding the activities conducted and the activities planned for the upcoming semester. Ratnakar sir, over to you.
Thank you, Yashwant. So now I will share the screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for that. Before I go with the presentation, why have we named this as a meeting? Institution Innovation Council. Most of the time, we call things as webinar or seminar or lecture or something like that. Generally, we don't call things as meeting. Why have we named it as meeting? Because everybody who is connected with this Institution Innovation Council, they are all going to be part of every activity that is going to be floated through this platform. The objective of Institution Innovation Council is to ensure that, why we want this Institution Innovation Council to be there in ATMEC, and how we got this Institution Innovation Council is not there in every college. First and the foremost thing that everybody should know is Institution Innovation Council is not a mandatory thing. It is not there in every college. Only some of the prestigious institutions which were fortunate enough, they have got this Institution Innovation Council, and this complete Institution Innovation Council is conducted as per the direction from Ministry of Education, MOE. Okay, it's an initiative from their end. Why we have this Institution Innovation Council? Because we want to bring out a large number of innovators. Since we want to bring out large number of innovators and entrepreneurs, large number of entrepreneurs should come out from engineering institutions, and that too young entrepreneurs. Okay, so this is a motive with this Institution Innovation Council has been started with the motive of creating young entrepreneurs. Because of that, what we look in Institution Innovation Council is youngsters, especially students who are at the graduation level itself. We want them to become entrepreneurs. Whatever is required, the required support for a youngster, because young mind is more creative, more innovative, they can think, they will know the latest kinds of problems and troubles which are there around them. So if they can find a solution to those problems, that can become a product, that can become an enterprise. Okay, so with this objective, Institution Innovation Council has been set up at ATME College of Engineering. And why we have called this as a meeting, I am repeating it again. We want inputs from everybody. Everybody can play a role here. So if you think that you want to call an eminent speaker from some industry, yes, it's more welcome, most welcome. You can fix up the speaker. Okay, we will give you the platform. Okay, you can give, why it is called a meeting, you can give a lot of suggestions how this program needs to be taken to the next level. Of course, after the first round of quarter 1 and quarter 2, we could not able to conduct more number of events because of the pandemic, as you all know that. Now we want to make it, because now again students are going to return back to college in coming days. We want to make it more active, more vibrant, wherein students should get themselves engaged with the Institution Innovation Council because of their own benefit. Even faculties needs to get connected with Institution Innovation Council because of their own benefit. There is a possibility that a faculty can become a faculty entrepreneur. There is a provision that a student can become student entrepreneur when he is doing the course itself. When a student is in first year, or when the student is in second year, third year, or fourth year, during that time only he can start a startup. Whatever the required support, facilities in terms of space, in terms of knowledge, in terms of support from external people, okay, all that is going to be extended from the institution itself. What is that is required is an idea which is really realizable. That kind of an idea can make you become an entrepreneur, both for faculties as well as students. That is where repeatedly we keep on telling faculties as well as the students to get engaged with Institution Innovation Council, wherein we can pull lot of people, or we can outsource lot of people from outside community who are in industries. We can call a lot of people who have started startups, who can share their knowledge, who can share their experience, who can talk to us, who can motivate you people, who can give you guidelines, and we can there will be angel investors who can invest in your ideas, and there is a occasion, there is a chance where each one of you can become entrepreneur. Gone those days wherein you have to come out with your idea, you have to mobilize your money, you have to mobilize the space required for that. All that is gone. Every support is going to be extended to you from Institution Innovation Council. That is where Institution Innovation Council, we have called this, today's event, we have called it as IAC review meeting. At any point of time, maybe after I stop my presentation, we keep the forum open for discussions. Any kind of suggestions is most welcome. Any kind of new initiatives is most welcome. We want to go it in that manner. Okay. So we want both the students and faculties to make use of this opportunity, and both can become entrepreneurs here in the institution itself, and they can run their enterprise being a student, being a faculty here. So I, on my own behalf and on the behalf of ATME College of Engineering, extend a warm welcome to all of you to this IIC, Institution Innovation Council. You are all part of this great council, and you need to contribute. You need to contribute in whatever manner you can, and you can. There is a possibility that everybody can become entrepreneur. Okay, so required guidance, required support, mentor support, everything is going to be provided to both faculties as well as for students. And this is a meeting. Please remember that this is not a webinar, this is not a seminar, it is not one directional. You can always interact. We want you to give the required suggestions, what needs to be done in this, what kind of things are required here. All that needs to be done by your end. So just move on. So Institution Innovation Council, it's an initiative from the Ministry of Education, Government of India. Okay, so we establish here in every institution or institutions which are of higher education. Okay, higher educational institutions will have this innovation cell. Okay, the purpose of this innovation cell is to foster the culture of innovation in all the higher educational institutions across the country. Most of the times the projects what students are doing, maybe mini projects or major projects, all this can be converted into a product. Or we come across many problems in our life, we look into various problems in and around. So if you can really find a solution to that problem, definitely that can be a product. We do not know. So innovation can happen at any stage. Basically this innovation cell, the institutional innovation cell, focuses on fostering the culture of innovation. We want innovation to take place. Okay, with that objective, this Institution Innovation Cell has been established. So coming back to what we did in the previous Q1 and Q2, I want to share that, then we will move on to what we have planned. Okay, so in the previous Q1 and Q2, what we did is we had called an eminent person, Sri Anil Kumar, founder and managing director of Rachana Power Corporation Private Limited, and he delivered a lecture on or webinar on entrepreneurship and innovation as a career opportunity, wherein he spoke, he gave glimpse about how an individual can become an entrepreneur. Or what is innovation? Innovation means most of the time, what do we think? Innovation means we think there should be something new. Maybe a modification, a slight modification that we are going to do for the existing product can also be an innovation, like first generation mobile phone, second generation mobile phone, third generation mobile phone, so on. What are the changes? What are the featural changes? Probably they were small. Maybe we enhanced the memory capacity, maybe we enhanced the RAM capacity, or maybe we enhanced the storage capacity, and so on. Small changes has brought newer things, okay, newer features. So that can be an innovation. So that's how we started. So most of the time we think that innovation means it needs to be totally new. It need not have to be like that. So Anil Kumar, he spoke about how to become an entrepreneur and what are the innovations and what are the career opportunities that exist by becoming an entrepreneur. He emphasized that an entrepreneur can earn much more than a salaried person. Okay, so it is always good that if you become an entrepreneur, if an individual becomes an entrepreneur, he can be a job provider. Okay, he is going to be a leader in front of everybody. Then as continued a program under the Institution Innovation Council, we organize something called as My Story, wherein a person who has become an entrepreneur, who has started a startup, is going to be called under this banner, My Story. And in Q1, okay, we had called Sri Tungaraj GD, founder TIECC, and he is co-founder People Mechanics. In fact, he is associated with many more programs here at Mechanical Engineering. He came here and he shared his story of how he could be able to become an entrepreneur. So he himself mentioned that he was an average student, average guy, but he could be able to achieve something because of the passion he had. So we organized this kind of programs. If you know some eminent personalities who can share his story, who can share his contributions of permitting you people to become an entrepreneur, can be definitely called here and he can be given a platform. So then similarly we had another talk by Sri Raghavendra Prasad. He is MD of a construction company. Okay, it is located here in Mysore itself. He basically talk about the role of structural engineers in innovation and entrepreneurs. What is happening in civil engineering? Okay, what are the developments that is taking place in civil engineering? What are the innovations that is taking place in civil engineering was addressed by Raghavendra Prasad. Then we had arranged a technical talk by Sri Gajanan Londe, an eminent person. He is an advisor for eminent industry. Okay, so Gajanan Londe spoke about National Education Policy 2020 overview and opportunities. Okay, he emphasized on what are the new things that has been introduced in NEP 2020. Okay, so how it is going to benefit the younger generation and things like that. So Gajanan Londe emphasized on NEP 2020. Then we had we had called Dr. Kalpana Gopalan, an IAS officer, okay, who is working in Bangalore in the Department of Youth Empowerment and Sports, Government of Karnataka. We had invited her to deliver a lecture on National Education Policy, focus on governance, how governance needs to be done. Okay, so she addressed the gathering and gave insight into how the governance is going to be done for National Education Policy. Why we are giving emphasis on National Education Policy? You need to understand that this National Education Policy believes in practice and doing things. Okay, it is more focused on experiential learning. It is more focused on experiential learning. At every stage, a student will be given hands-on experience. Because of that, the government has taken a lot of initiative to sensitize the NEP focus. Then we had another session by Sri Sandeep Patil, Executive Director, Applied Cognizant Systems Private Limited, Bangalore. He spoke on National Innovation and Startup Policy. Okay, so what is this National Innovation and Startup Policy? Suppose you want to start a startup. What are the norms that are going to be there? How you are going to start a startup? Okay, or what are the national policies? Okay, that the government has set up. He addressed all these issues, which gives us the glimpse how we can go ahead if I want to start a startup. Okay, things like that. So Sri Sandeep Patil addressed on this issue. So later on we had one session on standardization in industries. So it is very important that we need to standardize the things. You just imagine if things are not standardized. Suppose I purchase an electronic gadget. Okay, so I have to plug this into the socket. If it is not standardized, just imagine every time I purchase a new electronic gadget, maybe I have to replace the socket. So we had called eminent personality N. Srinivasa Murthy, senior manager. Of course, he is a retired senior manager from Bosch, Bangalore. He addressed on issue connected with the standardization in industries. He took up real time examples and he explained, narrated the importance of standardizing the things in manufacturing. Okay, again, when we want to become an entrepreneur, when we want to develop some products, it is necessary that we need to have some fundamental knowledge of the engineering, some fundamental knowledge of this standardization and how standardization works, and what are the authorities who gives us, okay, who gives us the what certifications like ISO for institutions, NBA, QS iGauge, like that. So who are the people who give this standardization certification and things like that were discussed in this webinar. So later on, we had an exclusive session exclusively for faculties, and it was on faculty entrepreneurship opportunities. How faculties can become entrepreneur. That is, a faculty can play a dual role being in the institution itself. A faculty can work as a faculty. Along with that, a faculty can also become an entrepreneur, an innovator, and he can do a lot more things. Okay, with that objective, we had organized a technical seminar, a webinar by Dr. Y. Srihari Upadhyaya. He is working in MIT, okay, Manipal Institute of Technology. He is the Chief Executive Officer connected with this Innovation Council there, okay. So he spoke very passionately about bringing up faculty entrepreneurs, okay, which is need of the hour, There is every possibility that faculties can become entrepreneurs. They can run their business here in the institution itself and also play the role of the faculty. So the beauty of this program is a faculty need not have to take risk. There is no risk involved because his job is always assured. He is doing his daily routine job. Additional to that, there is a possibility that he can become an entrepreneur, for which the institution is going to support whatever the required support. Support that is required, it is going to be provided from the institution. Maybe like if a faculty has got an idea, he can pitch in that idea, develop a detailed project report. That detailed project report can be submitted to the concerned authorities. Once if the project is cleared, the faculty is going to be provided with the required space, okay, electricity, internet, water and other facilities where he can run his startup. So that is a beautiful program which faculties can take up, which faculties can look into, explore, okay. And they need not have to lose their job. They can continue with their teaching profession and they can do whatever they want to do, okay. So these were real briefings on Q1 and Q2. Maybe to summarize what all we did, okay, we had a program from Sri Anil Kumar, that is on innovation and entrepreneurship as career opportunity. Then we had program from Tungaraj. This is my story. A successful entrepreneur will come and he narrates the hurdles that he has faced in starting the startup or the business venture. Then Raghavendra Prasad, the MD, he spoke on structural engineers in innovation and entrepreneurship. Then we had Gajanan Londe. Okay, he is working as the head of strategy and transformation for Nokia Bangalore. Okay, so he emphasized on National Education Policy 2020. Then we had Dr. Kalpana Gopalan, an IAS officer. She spoke on the governance on National Education Policy. Then we had Sandeep Patil. He spoke on the National Innovation and Startup Policy. Actually, basically, policy is very, very important. Suppose I want to start something new. I need to know the guidelines, rules and regulations and things like that. Okay. In fact, Sandeep Patil had given good information about that. Then we had Srinivas Murthy, who spoke on standardization in industries. Then we had Srihari Upadhyaya, who emphasized on faculty entrepreneurship opportunities, how a faculty can really get himself converted into an entrepreneur. So these were the activities which we had conducted. This is a glimpse of activities what we had done in Q1 and 2. Now we need to move ahead. So we have a lot of things that needs to be done. We want to move ahead. Okay. So this Ministry of Education, especially the Institution Innovation Council, gives us some guidelines. Okay, it gives us some guidelines like you can do this program and things like that. Okay, so under that what we have done is we have structured some of the programs. Okay, we have structured some of the programs, but never mind, you people can also give us some suggestions. We have called this as a meeting for that reason only, wherein you all can give us some suggestions on what are the activities that needs to be done. So we have created some of the activities. Because it was pandemic time, we could not able to meet frequently. Because of that, what we have done is we have curtailed the lot of programs which we were supposed to conduct to some 3-4 programs. Then we are going to take up from there. After completing this 3-4 programs that I have listed, we are going to take up from there based on your response. What is that you actually want to get trained? You want to get trained on fundamental aspects. You want to get trained on policies. You want to get trained on the innovation concepts. You want to get trained on the designs. Based on all this, we want to take up on to the next level. Of course, we have guidelines from the Institution Innovation Council, Ministry of Education. Okay, so Government of India. Okay, from that we definitely get the guidelines how to go about. And for your information, 10 of our faculties are getting trained from this Institution Innovation Council. They are getting trained to become the ambassador. There is something called as ambassador program. So they are all involved in getting trained onto the ambassador program, and they are being assessed. They are being continuously assessed on to ensure that they imbibe the required qualities to mentor the students as well as the faculties. With that objective, this Ministry of Higher Education is training the faculties across the country. It is training the faculties across the countries. So let me talk about what all that we have planned in Q3 and 4. In Q3, the first program that we are going to conduct is this meeting. Okay, this meeting is a mandatory thing. We want to tell you what we had done in the previous quarter and what we are going to do in the next quarter. Okay, so in meeting we actually deliberate a lot of issues like what is that the students are looking for, what is that the faculty entrepreneurs are looking for, like that. Okay, we are going to deliberate on that. Apart from that, what are the other activities which we have planned? So we have planned an orientation session for students and faculties of IIC. Okay, students and faculties of Institution by Innovation Ambassadors. Maybe either myself or our convener or some faculties, we are going to give you one orientation session. Maybe we are going to schedule it tomorrow itself, because we want to start up, we want to take it on to the next platform, next step. Because of that, we want to go a little aggressive. With that objective, we are going to have one orientation session. Generally, what exactly we are going to do in orientation session? Orientation session is going to be like a general instruction session, wherein we are going to give you, we are going to put in front of you the possibilities that may be showcased. Okay, the possibilities that can be done are all going to be put in front of you. We are going to discuss what are the possibilities that a faculty can do, what are the possibilities a student can do to become an entrepreneur is going to be showcased to you. This we are going to have tomorrow. maybe the timings is going to be convened to you by our convener. Okay, we are planning to have it tomorrow itself because we do not want to prolong it more, because already we have lost so many days because of so many reasons. The pandemic was there, we were having all online sessions only. Along with the online session, we do not want it to burden the student to attend the Institution Innovation Council activities also. Okay, so we are going to have one orientation session. Once the orientation session is going to be over, we are going to have one session on why IP is important in academia, intellectual property rights. Say for example, you will have an idea. Most of the time, no, whenever we have idea, we never like to disclose that idea with anybody, because no, we all feel that no, that idea is going to be stolen from me and somebody else is going to implement that. So to avoid all these complexities, there are some techniques. What is this technique? We can patent our idea, we can have trademark, we can have copyright, etc. Okay. So for that, we are going to have an exclusive session on intellectual property rights, wherein you can listen to the eminent speaker and understand how you can protect your knowledge, how you can protect your idea, how you can protect your innovation. Things like that can be done. So it's a very, very important thing. So just if I have an idea and if I throw it in public, definitely it becomes everybody's idea. Say for example, I want to start a Pani Puri business today. The moment I put one stall there, next day you can see that there will be 10 another people who would have started Pani Puri business. That is what is going to happen. So we cannot throw idea onto the public. So this idea needs to be protected. So how do we protect our idea? For that, intellectual property rights. Then we are going to have programs on mentorship session for innovators. Okay, so we are going to have mentorship session for innovators. What is this program? This program is, suppose, who are innovators? Innovators are our students, young budding students, our faculties who have lot of ideas. Maybe this idea needs to be polished. This idea needs to be brought out. It is hidden. It is hiding somewhere. The idea has to be brought out. For that, there is a requirement of a mentorship. There is a requirement of somebody who can pat your back. Okay, so for that, we are going to have some sessions, okay, where the mentorship sessions for innovators is going to be conducted, or what we are planning is student entrepreneurs through experts. Student entrepreneurs through experts. Okay, we will call some student entrepreneur who is going to share his idea, thought. Okay, if we get that eminent person, no, we'll call him, we'll make him talk on how he could able to become an entrepreneur. Or otherwise, we'll have innovation ambassadors or innovation agent who is going to address you people. Who are these innovation ambassadors or innovation agent? Our own faculties, they have got trained. Okay, they are going to share their experience. They are going to tell how an individual can get converted to an entrepreneur, or they will tell the steps that are involved in getting ourselves converted to an entrepreneur and things like that. Okay, then probably we are planning for another session on how to plan for startup and legal and ethical steps. Beautiful, beautiful concept. You just see here. How to plan for startup. How you can start your startup, or how is that you are going to structure your startup, and what are the legal and ethical consequences, difficulties. Legal means what? What are the governing things which you need to look into? What are the ethical things which you need to look into? Maybe what are the infrastructure facilities you need to have and things like that. That is the fourth session which we have planned. Apart from this, since this is a meeting, you people can also give your thoughts, your ideas, whatever is looking, what is that you people are looking for from our end. Okay, what kind of programs you want. Okay, if you want some real expert who has become an entrepreneur to address you, yes, we will arrange for that input we want from your end. We take that and we would like to do that. And apart from that, Ministry of Education has conducted several programs. The videos of all that is available with us, or the contents of that is available with us. We can provide you those contents where you can see those things. That will help you. Those contents will definitely help you to become an entrepreneur. Those programs will really help you to come out with ideas. Those programs will really help you to break the legal consequences, the ethical steps that are involved in becoming entrepreneurs and things like that. Okay, so only thing is we want you to have some discussions with us so that we can structure many more programs in coming days. And conducting many more programs depends on your involvement. Involvement from faculties, involvement from students, and definitely if you mind, if you all say that yes, if you have a zeal to become an entrepreneur, definitely we don't mind conducting programs very frequently. Because no, definitely for students, no, along with their academics, they have to give time for this Institution Innovation Council. For faculties, again, along with their academics, they have to give time for this Institution Innovation Council. If we all say that yes, we have urge, we have zeal to become entrepreneur, we want to learn the skills, we want to try with the ideas that we have, with things like that, we can arrange for every required measures. Okay, we can take every required measures to see that each one of you gets turned into an entrepreneur. Maybe faculties can become faculty entrepreneur, student can become student entrepreneur, and the risk involved is zero. Please remember this. Being a student, you are pursuing your studies. Along with that, you can be an entrepreneur. It is not that you are going to complete your studies and become entrepreneur. Please remember, students. It is not that you are going to complete your course and you try to become entrepreneur. No, we are not talking on that. What we are emphasizing is when you are doing your education, when you are in second year, if you have an idea, we are going to support to convert that idea into physically realizable prototype or a product or whatever it is, and we try to market your thing. And if it is successful, you are going to be a successful entrepreneur before you complete your degree. That is the beauty of this program, which is the Institution Innovation Council, IIC. This is a prestigious program which every institution do not have. We are fortunate enough to have this program. So we frequently request you to be an active member under this Institution Innovation Council. So maybe with this, thank you. And the forum is now open for any kind of deliberations from your end. So you want to discuss anything, the forum is open for you all. If you have any queries, you have any questions, you can definitely ask. Yes, sir, please. The forum is open for the deliberations. Because this is a meeting, please remember this is a meeting. I want people to ask questions, get clarifications and things like that. Yes.
So thank you very much, Ratnakar sir, for giving the complete details on the activities that has been conducted through our Institution Innovation Council over the past 2 quarters, and also giving the details of the activities that have been planned for the upcoming quarters as well. So now I request among the audience, if they have any doubts or any queries or any inputs they want to suggest for the activities that we can conduct through our Institution Innovation Council, so they can come forward and put their ideas as well. The forum is open for everyone.
The forum is open for discussion, yes.
So any students, any faculty who want to have a query or to know more about the IIC, there is an orientation session scheduled tomorrow where we are going to give a complete detail on what the IIC is, how the IIC is going to conduct the activities through higher education institutions, and how these activities is going to benefit the students in realizing their dream to become a successful entrepreneur. Okay, so that will be we will taking up tomorrow. But today, if any of you have any ideas that in your mind, or if there is any queries that you are having, so the forum is completely open, and we have our President, Institution Innovation Council, Ratnakar sir G is there. So we can answer all your queries, and we are open up to take the any suggestions that you are going to give to improve the activities or the levels of technicality that we want to bring to our Institution Innovation Council. So kindly open up and you can ask your questions. So anyone from the faculty or from the student side?
Maybe in tomorrow's session, we are going to unveil the complete committee.
Yeah.
Complete committee and the ambassadors who are involved with this, okay, Institution Innovation Council. Yeah, any queries, any questions?
Yes, sir. Peter from Mechanical Department has a query. Peter, you can unmute your mic and ask the query with Ratnakar sir.
Sir, very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Peter.
We've had a lot of activities in the council so far, but what I felt is lacking is that most of us don't recognize the opportunities we have in multi-department innovations, where in which we combine all the different departments inside the college and create new ideas, where in which we have not entrepreneurs not only from one department, but we have entrepreneurs from all the departments. So if we can get maybe a personality to tell us or give us an wisdom about, we have this idea that we made, you guys can think similar to that. If we can have a technical talk on that perspective, it will be really helpful. That is my suggestion.
Okay, very, very nice, Peter. This Institution Innovation Council itself is a forum wherein students across the college are here in this forum. Actually, no, it is not only meant for mechanical, or it is not only meant for electrical, electronics, or computers, or civil. Okay, so we have students from all the department. Okay, that is the beauty of this council, wherein you can take up any multidisciplinary idea. So we create forum like this where you can discuss, deliberate, okay, pitch in your idea, and those who are like-minded and those who get interested with your idea can definitely get associated and start working with you. That is where this Institution Innovation Council is there. This is the platform which provides you a lot of opportunity to work in multidisciplinary domain. Only thing what needs to be done is we will provide you many more opportunities like this, organizing many more meetings like this, where if you have an idea, you can pitch in that, and people who have flared to that, or people who are interested to that, definitely they will do that. Apart from that, you suggested call some eminent personalities. Definitely we will be calling a lot of eminent personalities to address all your needs. Okay, especially they will be talking on the latest things which are happening across the industry. Did I answer your question, Peter?
Yeah, sir. Fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Peter, to add on to that, actually we are working on the collaborative learning and the collaborating sharing of ideas in the college. So as of now, since the pandemic is going on, we can't create that pool of students to work together on a single platform. So probably once the offline session starts, we could definitely focus on your ideas. So we are definitely look forward for collaborative learning from interdepartment activities. So we can create a pool of enthusiast students and make it come true very early, as soon as possible. Okay.
Additional to that, no, Peter, you will get a lot of support from industries also. Wherever you need some input from industry experts, definitely we'll connect you to them. That is where I said, no, mentorship program. Mentorship program is basically that. Suppose if we have an idea, okay, which is in a budding stage, we will allow it to blossom through these mentors. Mentors will come into picture and they will give you the required support. They will tell you whether it is a viable idea, non-viable idea, feasible idea, non-feasible idea, like that. They are going to play a bigger role. Okay, even our ambassadors have gone through certain programs and they can also play a vital role in that, in molding the entrepreneurs. Definitely there is going to be a lot of industry people who are going to be connected with you people. We are going to do that.
Sir, there is one more query from Ravi Kumar sir. Ravi Kumar sir.
Good evening, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, Ravi Kumar, please go ahead.
Sir, my suggestion is also almost in line with Peter's suggestion. What I was thinking was, if you identify some 2 to 5 students from each department, very active and very interested students, and make them a group like a team like, and let one faculty or 2 faculty or 3 faculties from each department monitor there. Let them have weekly meeting. Let them come to one particular place and at one particular time in a week. Let them discuss on something. As Peter suggested, if faculty come up with an idea, they can give it to the idea to the students. They work on that, and every week, if we monitor the progress, it is a matter of one program getting successful. Once it is one program or one idea, if it gets through the IIC, then it will inspire others also to come and take active participation in that. So instead of calling everybody and keeping the forum open, of course it is open for everyone, identifying very active students, really interested students from each department, 1 or 2 students from each department, or say a group of 5 to 10 students who can really work and can show real interest, and let them be guided by a faculty or 2 faculties, let them have regular meetings on a weekly basis. I think this will work out very well
Yes, sir.
in bringing out some of your ideas in the IC,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Sir, it's a very good suggestion. Only one change to that. You are asking us to identify group of students who are really inclined towards doing some, or really inclined towards contributing and bringing out with a product. So this
Hello.
is a voluntary movement, sir. We want lots and lot of students to get themselves engaged. Yeah. Am I audible? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir,
Ravikumar, am I audible?
you are audible, sir. You are audible.
Fine then.
Please go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, Ravikumar, I was answering to your question. This is a voluntary movement. Actually, no, we will not. This is not like a mandatory project. No. If a student has got an idea, he is going to pitch that with like-minded people, because we are thinking of establishing an what is this enterprise, a startup, right? So that cannot happen by insisting somebody. Okay, we cannot insist. Okay, it is a voluntary thing. But if they want a mentorship, if they want a guidance, that we will definitely provide. We will definitely provide for that.
Okay, so that's good.
Ravi Kumar, sir, to add on to that, basically we are creating the necessary infrastructure and the platform in our college. As of now, as you said, 2 faculties from each department are undergoing training on Innovation Ambassador program, as Ratnakar sir mentioned in the presentation as well. So, couple of faculties from every department, they are getting trained. So these faculties from now onwards, they will make sure as you said, the process of identifying the enthusiast students and making them a collaborating platform for them to put their ideas forward and to work together and to make it to the prototype levels. And further, the external infrastructure, what we are looking for in terms of experts from the industry or from the entrepreneur community. So they will further guide the students. Also, IIC will be putting on a lot of activities from time to time and competitions as well. So through that, we can definitely take this in a very structured manner so that we can reach our destination, sir. The things that we are planning right now, yeah.
IIC will play the role of facilitator. We will provide you the facilities. We will tell you the opportunities. We will tell you the maybe things that is happening around. Maybe a student can take part in hackathon. Toycathon happened actually. Our college students also participated in that. All such things are going to be notified to the students. It is the voluntary movement. We will not identify, yes, you go, you do this, not like that. Whereas a project, a college project is a mandatory thing. A student has to complete that project to get his degree. So, but this is a voluntary movement wherein like-minded people can combine together. Suppose if a student is facing some hurdle here and there, okay, he wants some electronics knowledge, okay, he is in between an idea, he wants electronics knowledge. Yes, we will come into picture there. We will arrange for a mentor. That is our role. We will do that. I think you are clear with this.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Great idea, sir. A lot of efforts are being put, a lot of facilities are there, a lot of platforms are there, programs are going on. I only wish our students make use of it and something definitely comes out of it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So thank you, sir. Anybody else from the audience? Any student want to put any queries or suggestions for the today's review meeting? So as sir mentioned, this is not a mandatory activity that we are imposing on anybody. So this is the one which has to be driven by insight. So those who are interested to learn, so this is the opportunity that we are providing through the college. So make sure you are the beneficiary of it and make a good career when you complete your graduation because of the knowledge what you have gained through this platform. So anyone else, if you want to
once again, I would like to repeat this. I have already mentioned this. The risk involved in becoming an entrepreneur when you are a student, when you are a faculty, okay, is very minimal. Because no, if you have an idea, you just pitch in that idea. You just share that idea, meet people, discuss that idea with your friends, peers, whoever it is. and you can start working, and the risk involved is nothing, because no, you being a student, you continue to be a student, and you will explore the possibility of becoming an entrepreneur. Similarly, a faculty also, okay, he continues to be a faculty, meanwhile he tries to become an entrepreneur with whatever the idea he has got. Okay, so the risk involved is very minimal. If you want space, the college provides you the space. If you want investors, the college arranges for that. All other things are going to be taken by the management of the institution itself, or the IIC Council will stand by the side of you to give you the required support. Only thing is, you should have an idea, preferably an innovative idea, which can be converted into a prototype or a product or whatever it is, which is feasible to take it to the customers. Yes, any queries? If there are no queries, let's wind up. Yashwant, over to you.
Thank you, Ratnakar sir. I think there is no queries from any one of them. So nobody has put up any queries for the sessions that we have held. So I believe we can conclude the session now. So first of all, I would like to thank Ratnakar sir for giving the entire details of the activities that has been conducted through the IIC ATME CE, and also giving the future insights for the activities that is going to be conducted. So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also, I will thank all the participants, the student participants and the faculty participants for actively taking part and gaining the information that we have shared today. And I just want to put one more thing today. Tomorrow, there is an orientation session that we are going to hold, where we are going to give a complete detail about what IIC is, what IIC do, and what are the activities that we are going to conduct, and how IIC benefits both the institution, faculties, as well as the students. So a detailed session is scheduled tomorrow. The link and the details will be shared with all of you. So with that information, I would like to conclude today's session. So thank you very much, everyone, for participating in this today activity.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.